All right, good morning, guys. I would like you to grab your workbooks and then open them to page 65. So I'll give you a minute to grab those. Hopefully you knew enough to pause the video as you went to grab that, or you took the iPad with you maybe as you went to get your workbooks. But we're on page 65 and we're just filling in the missing numbers here. So 40 equals 35 plus 2 plus what? Well, 35 plus 2 is of course 37. So 37 plus what gives me 40? That would be 3. 31 plus something equals 33 plus 2. 33 plus 2 is 35. So that means my blank would be 4. 31 plus 4. The right side here is 28. So 27 plus 1 excuse me, would give you 28. 48 minus 3 is 45. So 50 minus 5 will give you 45. Number 5, this would be 12. 14 minus 2 would give me 12. It's number 6, this would be 12 as well. 3 times 4 gives me 12. Number 7, 90 plus 10 would be 110. So my blank would have to be 10. 16 minus 8 is 8, so 4 plus 4 would make both sides equal there. On to page 66. Couple things before we talk about 66. A numeric equation is all numbers, numerals. An algebraic equation is just what we got done doing. There is a missing number, a variable, and then what is its value. So for instance, and we'll talk about this more in the notes here, I'm just going to do a couple of these. So the first equation, 48 plus 4 equals 52. So I can make an algebraic equation. It's like 48 plus 4, I'm just going to use the same numbers. Equals, and let's do 50 plus what? Okay, so 48 plus 4 would be 52. So 50 plus x, x would have to be, so what would x have to be to give me 52? Is just like what we did on the previous page. It would have to be 2. Okay, so let's do another one. Let's do number 3. 3 times 6 is 18, so let's do 3 times 6 equals 20 minus, and let's use x again. So 18 equals 20 minus what? 20 minus what would give me 18? And that would be 2. Now, probably should do something other than 2 here each time, huh? And let's do number 6. 66 plus 22. And let's do 50 plus, I already used 50 up on number 1. Let's go 20 plus what? Okay, so 66 plus 22 is 88. So 20 plus what would give me 88? And that would, of course, be 68. Okay, so that is the only difference, guys, between numeric equation, all numbers, and an algebraic equation with one variable. If it has an x or a variable in it, it's algebraic. All right, so let's take a look at our notes today. Okay, an equation. What makes it an equation? Well, it's going to need an equal sign. An equation is an expression equal to an expression. So two things on each, or one thing on each side of the equal sign are equal to each other. Numeric expression, or numeric equation, both expressions contain only numbers. And an algebraic expression, one or both expressions contain a variable, a letter. Okay, so an example, 19 and 10 plus 9 are equal, so it is an equation, it has an equal sign, contains only numbers, a numeric expression. This one still has 10 plus 9 here, and it has 11 plus 7 plus a. So 10 plus 9 is 19, 11 plus 7 is 18, so what does a have to be? 1. 18 plus 1 gives you 19. So both equations look very different, but notice they're both equivalent, but it has to be when a equals 1. If a wasn't 1, they would not be equal. Okay, so here's an example. 3 times 11 is 33. That's simple. Both sides are equal. That is a numeric equation. 3 times 11 is still 33. 34 plus 2 minus c. Well, what's 34 plus 2? That would be 36 minus c. So what would make that true? 36 minus what would give me 33? Hopefully, you said 3, because 33 equals 36 minus 3. So both equations, again, look very different, but both are equivalent, both are equal if c equals 3. Okay, back page. Write an algebraic equation for a numerical equation and finding the value for x. So 48 plus 4 is 52. 48 plus 4 equals, and now I have to come up with my own equation. Let's do 60 minus x. So again, this side is 52. What would x have to be to give me 52 on the right side? Hopefully, you're thinking that has to be 8, because 60 minus 8 is 52. So what value makes it true? When x is 8. Okay, again, same problem. 65 minus 60 is 5. So let's do 65 minus 60 equals 5 plus x. 65 minus 60 is 5. What does x have to be to give me 5 on this side? X would have to be 0. And the last one, 66 plus 22 equals 88. Some of these look familiar. I wonder if we didn't get them out of the workbook. 66 plus 22 equals 100 minus something. So again, the left side is 88. 100 minus what would give me 88? If you have $100, how much would you have to spend to get 88 left over? Hopefully you're thinking 12. All right, so let's take a peek at the homework. Page 157 and 158. First one, again, you're just finding h for activity 1. 3 plus something is 28. 3 times something is 33, and so on. Here we did enough of these. So you make a numeric equation, it gives you. So you need to make an algebraic one. For instance, 50 minus x, and then somehow you need to get 28. So what does x have to be? This one you'll do 35 minus 5 equals, and then you come up with the right side. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you put for x, though, it has to be true. Activity 3, write the number that's represented by the variable. So again, to get from 6 to 2, I'm going to make a little note here that is divided by 3. So I need to divide that by 3 to get my answer. This one is times 3. And then this one as well. Again, couple reminders. Need a common denominator for 7 and 8. Make sure your decimals are in the right spot when you're multiplying, adding, or subtracting decimals. This one, make sure if you have two negative signs, remember that turns into a plus. So you borrowed somebody $5, they paid you back $3. How much do they owe you yet? But the rest should be pretty self-explanatory. So page 157 and 158, guys. That will be due by tomorrow.